And good evening, and welcome back to The Return of the Nine. My name is Lawrence, and I am playing Orion, a human pugilist who specializes in the sweet science. Joining us tonight is Carolyn.
Hi, I'm playing Regali, a human glamour bard.
Also joining us tonight is Hobie.
Hello, I'm Hobie. I'll be playing Frederick, the half-elf Pact of the Blade Warlock.
And as always, joining us is Tom.
Hey, I'm Thomas, playing Ember, the Furball Druid who specializes in fire.
And orchestrating our adventure tonight, as always, is our Dungeon Master, Dennis.
Welcome.
So, for those of you tuning back in, we stopped the last session after cleaning up a band of goblins on our way to the Flying Potato. We've been hired by Count Fox to provide some muscle as he thinks he has a way to open up the swirl. You all heard our campfire stories and got our backgrounds, and tonight's adventure starts with our night watch.
Orion. So sun's down, food has been eaten, everybody's getting ready to settle in, and slight breeze has picked up, and your moon, which is now waxing gibbous, you could see the clouds start to pass overhead. Deep starry night. This is one of those nights where winter just does not want to go away. And to make things more miserable,
Oh no.
Frederick's watch, it starts to rain.
Oh,
Frederick, explain to me when when you're sitting up for a watch and everybody's sleeping, what is it that you do?
well, most of the time I just kind of kick my feet up, usually on a stump or something, lay back, look at the stars if there are any out, and just kind of pass time listening mostly.
All right. Are you looking into the fire, or do you turn around so that you can watch the tree line or the bush line?
I'm usually facing out toward the bush line.
Okay. And I need you, because you're actively trying to perceive things going on, I need you to go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty. Take a look here. 11. Not paying the closest attention, but you know.
At least you haven't fallen asleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll a d8.
That's C plus,
2.
but not C plus.
You hear somebody whisper to you, "For the sorceress of the snows is most to be feared."
Oh, okay.
And when you turn around, you don't see anybody there.
Sorceress of the Snows? It's just raining.
Would you like to do anything different?
Maybe sit up, stop laying back so I might be able to pay a little bit better attention, maybe be a little more on edge.
Okay.
Just kind of do a walk around the perimeter.
Okay. Are you going Windershins? Which direction?
I'll just do about a 30-foot loop around the camp.
Okay. And then roll a d8.
All right. 8.
Yeah, okay. So then you hear somebody whisper something, but you don't catch it at all.
Oh no.
Okay? And then you
Look at
don't
my
hear...
hand on my sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
You're
got my
gonna
hand
go-
on my sword.
You're going to go that way, huh?
I'm not drawing it, just got my hand on it.
Okay. And then roll a d8.
Way to pick a fight. That's my job.
7. 7.
And then you hear this whispered into your ear. There is yet another Moonblade. This one flying, awake and aware.
Can I look around and see where these are coming from, or is it just... Wait a minute. Now, is this Regali messing with me? I look back toward the camp. Do I see Regali?
Yeah, you see Regali. Yeah.
That does not make me feel better. All right.
There's yet another Moonblade.
Blade.
This one is flying and awake and aware.
Jeez. That sounds ominous.
Doesn't it?
I'll look up in the sky, like toward where the moon would be. Do I see a person flying with a sword?
No.
Well, thank goodness.
Oh,
All right.
Would you like to do anything else?
Just go back to my spot and just pray that nothing else happens till my watch is over.
Okay, you watch.
the proverbial, I'm going to kick the can down the road so somebody else can deal with this problem.
Nope, not doing that.
Gonna ignore it till it goes away on its own. I thought I was
Despite
paying on watch.
despite the fact that you are obscenely extra alert, your watch passes without any more incident, and it's time to wake Ember up.
Hey, Amber, wake up.
Huh?
Hey, it's your turn. By the way, there do seem to be whispers happening. Something about sorceress of the snow and some flying moonblade feller. So, don't know what that means. Maybe you do.
I don't know.
Okay, well, just, I don't know. Don't wander off too far. This place is weird. But, yeah.
We're on our way to go see a flying potato. Yes.
Good luck.
Everything here is weird.
And flying, apparently.
Yeah.
I think Frederick doesn't appreciate the soporific effect of ASMR whispers when you're trying to fall asleep.
No, it's too exciting.
True.
It'll be interesting to see if Ember, well, if she changes into her spider form so she can see at night, gets whispers in her sweet
Spider ears.
spider ears.
Spiders have ears?
Oh.
More or less.
Let's say yeah. Let's say yes.
Not like we do, I believe. They're actually very sensitive.
Frederick, other than your, I guess it's a raven skull necklace, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that, are you wearing any kind of jewelry at all?
He has 2 rings up on one of his eyebrows.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that in your character portrait?
I don't know.
We can see
Okay.
it right now.
Someone get a Sharpie. We can make it happen.
And it's in front of us. Is it there? Yes, no, and it's gone. Oh, the power of
Or
editing.
editing.
All right. So Ember, go ahead and roll your active perception roll because something is definitely going on.
Okay. And Ember will do the turn into a spider and then put a webbing fence.
Around who?
The camp area,
The entire camp area?
if possible.
So this is just
Giant spider.
one thread all the way around about 2 feet off the ground.
Yes.
So tripwire style.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I put my leg on it and sense if something trips it.
Okay. So go ahead and make your active perception roll.
I like that a lot. I like that.
So do I.
I forget.
believe that's
We-
a 10.
Warn the count about
Yeah.
giant spiders.
Do I
You
get
did.
advantage?
Do you get advantage? Why, what makes you think you would get advantage?
Tripwires?
Well, nothing trips your wire.
I feel like it would give them disadvantage on sneaking.
That's assuming that they're walking.
True.
Yeah, I just said he was flying.
Ah, yeah.
Whispering, yeah.
It also assumes that they have a physical form.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I'm
Well,
giving
traditional watch assumes that they're not invisible. So.
Regali,
Yes.
it is now time for your watch.
Remember to wake me up.
Yes, and I will transform out of spider form to do that.
Thank
So-
you. I appreciate it.
Did anybody pick up an explorer's pack rather than a dungeoneer's pack?
Entertainer's pack.
No.
I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Oh,
I did.
There should be a tiny bell in your pack.
Okay.
And that's exactly for tripwires. You just put the bell on the tripwire. If anybody jangles the tripwire, the bell goes off.
Okay.
Ooh, so from now on, Ember takes
Yeah.
first watch and sets up the web, and then when Ember turns back, we hang the bell for the rest of us.
That's a good plan.
So you're going to change your watch order?
Well, going forward.
Going
We didn't think of
forward.
it earlier.
So Ember's going first.
Yep. We'll go Ember, Orion, Frederick with his dark sight in the dark of night, and then Regali.
Cool.
It's like a Discarna alarm spell.
There'll be a nice graphic here. Ember, Orion, Frederick, Regali. Our new watch order.
Woohoo!
Regali, it's your turn to,
Perceive.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Frederick mentioned something about whispers, but I didn't.
There's just whispers?
I don't know. I think Frederick needs sleep.
Has been a long trip so far. Okay. All right. Well, I guess. Six. Now that
Okay.
I'm supremely unconcerned.
So how do you, when you do a watch, what is it that you do? What do you like to, now that there's a bell set up?
Well, I'm not sure that anybody warns me there was bell set up. So I think I just kind of wander around the perimeter of the camp sort of listening for noises, animals, so on.
Okay.
I really hope I don't encounter any tripwires or bells that nobody thought to warn me about.
Oh no, you were warned.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. And your watch passes as the purple glow of dawn starts to approach. You hear Frederick roll over in his sleep, and he wakes up holding his eye in extreme pain as he takes 1 hit point.
Ah! Ow!
Frederick, are you okay?
He's actually bleeding from the eyebrow.
Oh my gosh. Frederick, what did you do?
I just woke up. I ain't got no idea what's going on.
So right where Frederick was sleeping, in the ground, is this stake, and it's probably about the size of your index finger. And then somebody has wrapped a small bit of twine around the stake through both the loops in your eyebrow rings.
Oh.
Oh no! Frederick!
Does anybody have ranks in medicine?
Oh.
Ember
No.
does.
Ember does.
So Ember says direct pressure.
Oh, thank goodness.
I've had plenty of cuts above my eyebrow from fighting. Let me have a look at it. Oh,
I'd like
Ow,
to...
ow, 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 ow,
Oh,
ow.
you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I've taken worse.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Why did you tie little pieces of twine to a stake?
Yes, Frederick, why did you do that?
That makes no
Why,
sense to me.
Frederick?
Yep, you know what? It's just like, that's just how I love to sleep. Because that's this thing that people do, right? That's exactly what people do.
Oh, you half elves are so weird. And I go
I
get
don't know.
breakfast.
This might be delirium from his sleep deprivation.
I don't think so. Who was on watch?
I'd like to inspect these ground steak and twine. Do they look like anything from Frederick's pack?
No, but it looks like a master druid did it. Either that or somebody who's really very familiar with plants and things of the forest.
Ember, it's you.
Ember.
Why would I do that?
Nice.
Why did you
prank.
do this to Frederick?
How-
That
Ember?
is a terrible prank.
She had the watch right after him.
Oh, she.
You
did.
had Rod watch after
I didn't know
me.
you were such a prankster, Ember.
Ow.
It wasn't like that when I was on watch.
Oh yeah, sure
How-
it wasn't, Mr. Lady Master Mistress Druid.
That's
Good
Druid
one.
exactly.
That's a
person.
good one.
That's exactly what the person who did this would say.
It's true.
How big is the steak that was in the ground?
And I reach way up and high five Ember because I think it's a really cool prank.
The
Nah,
stake is about as big as your index finger, but it's driven into the ground very deeply and at an angle. So whoever did this was very, very silent about it, A, and B, knew exactly what it would do if Frederick had decided to roll over in his sleep or just wake up.
I think it may have been pixies or sprites. I forget which one is the prankster type.
Well, okay, you're the druid, so I guess that sounds plausible to me.
Does seem like something they might do.
Like, hypothetically, sure. It also seems like the sort of thing that somebody who did a prank might say.
Why would I do a prank when I was
Are the-
sleeping?
Are the rings still there? Like on the twine? Or-
Yes.
Okay. I'll pick them back up.
All right. Well, I believe Ember and Pixies, those or whatever it was. Ember hasn't played any pranks before. And I don't think she's mean spirited to physically harm one of us. So,
But just in case, going forward, let's set a ground rule that there's no more pranks intended to do damage from anybody.
Yeah, how about not
At
ripping
all.
stuff out people's faces, all right?
Yeah.
okay.
Agreed.
Yeah, Ryan was the one I was worried about after the high five.
Oh wow. Fine. No more pranks.
Well, we can do pranks, just not ones that are going to hurt people.
Okay. What's the count doing or saying while we're all talking about this?
He's actually going through all of his possessions to make sure he still has everything. The other thing that you notice that he does almost religiously is he fidgets with his, he's got a little notebook that he keeps all of his notes on the sleeping dragon
Okay.
or flying potato, whichever you want to call it. And he fidgets with that a lot. So he would rather lose his coin purse than his sleeping dragon grail book.
Grail
See,
book?
one of those kids like in school that like worships their notes, even though they like clearly have everything in them memorized.
Yep.
So a Grail book a la Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, should we break camp and keep on trucking to the floating potato or sleeping dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then
Sorry.
let's get on our way. Our last marching order before we got jumped by the goblins was Ember, Frederick, Regali, Orion. Is everybody happy with that marching order, or do we want to change it?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good.
Okay. I like having Ember in the front because she's the druid, and if there's going to be something in nature that's going to throw us a surprise, she should be able to pick it up.
Yes.
All right.
I'd also like to keep my eyes out for pixies and ingredients for any of the recipes that Chef John gave me.
Ooh.
Pixies, huh?
It seems like their work.
As we are marching along, I do question Ember about what pixies are because being a city boy, I'm not too familiar what they are and what I should be looking for as well.
Well, they're fairy folk. They're really tiny. They fly around. There's a few different types of them. One of them really likes playing pranks.
Okay.
They tend to be out in the wilderness.
Are they hard for us human-sized people to see?
Yes, they're very tiny. They're like a hummingbird.
What'd you say your marching order was?
Our marching order is Ember, Frederick, Regali, Orion. I guess we have to have the count in there somewhere as well.
The count will be either in front of or directly behind Frederick, who looks like the toughest person here.
Especially
his-
now that he's got like blood
with-
dripping down the side of his face.
Oh,
With his weapons, I should say.
Yeah, is he the only one that's carrying weapons? I forget if Regali has any or not.
I have some.
Yeah,
Okay.
she busted out a spear against the goblins.
That's right, yeah.
It was shockingly ineffective.
But a full half of our party does not carry weapons.
That would be more impressive if there were more than 4 of us.
It's just a good way to lure people in with their defenses down, and then bang, Ember smacks him in the face with a spoon.
Yes.
All right, here we go. If you wouldn't mind rolling for initiative.
Got an at 20.
Ooh,
Deja vu.
I rolled a 21.
Those are those pixies or dryads?
Those are pixies.
Knew it.
Regali 7. Frederick, what?
20.
Dang, dude. Orion.
21.
Ember.
Ooh.
I got a nat 20, so it's 24.
What is with you guys?
I'm using a different D20 this session, and it seems to be working a lot better.
Ember, you come around the corner and you see, well, you hear first, and then you smell, because goats stink. Not all goats. Most goats stink. And then you hear the clip-clop, and you can see the pixies are riding the goats. And as soon as they see you, they fly off. They point their spears in your direction, and then the goats all look at you. And then they start to stampede towards you. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Entangle on that area. It's a 20-foot square, so I should be able to hit all of them except for the goat in the back.
And you want to get all of them?
Down one.
You want to get a pixies?
Yeah, I want to try and get the pixies.
Even
Can't
though they're-
pixies fly?
Even though they're flying?
The vines raise up, don't they?
I think if it becomes difficult terrain, then people who aren't on the terrain wouldn't be affected.
True, they wouldn't be affected by the terrain, but I was thinking they might be affected by the initial restraining effect.
So you're
I feel
envisioning,
like vines
you're envisioning
climb some-
vines,
touch them,
vines growing.
Yeah, like
and-
vines climbing up to grab them.
but vines can't climb unless there's a lattice there for them.
But this is magic.
They just kind of sprawl along the ground. Well, I know.
These are magical vines.
There are magical vines.
Beanstalks don't grow up to the clouds.
No, that's kind of my point.
Oh, you know what? They might be able to pull this off. As your vines start to grow, one of the pixies casts Dispel Magic.
And then it doesn't matter.
So I believe this is a, what level spell did you cast?
It is a first level spell.
So it's a DC 11. And he rolled it, or she rolled a 12.
Ooh.
Your spell ends.
Poof.
Now what are you going to do?
Well,
Dennis, could you pull the camera out just a little bit? Because I can't see the tail end of our party. Thank you.
I'm going to yell pixies and hide behind the rock. I also say Dispel Magic, I think they have to do on their turn. It doesn't really matter so much, except that they have to use their action to do that.
One action. Yep,
That's
you are
fine.
correct.
Oh,
So they'd be restrained and then freed. So
Yep. Orion,
Yes.
you just saw Ember do that and then take cover.
Okay. I'm going to move up so that I am right beside Frederick. And so, hang on a second. That was about 20 feet of movement. And I will hold my action so that if somebody comes, somebody that's hostile comes within 10 feet of me, I'll use my remaining 10 feet to go forward and attack them.
I'm a little worried now.
They're just goats and little flying things. We got this.
Flying things with pretty powerful magic. Whose go is it now?
I was just trying to figure out what spells they can throw at you guys. Or if they even are going to engage, because they brought the goats for that purpose.
Oh my gosh, I love the idea of goats being thugs for pixies.
Goats are really weird looking. Like the whole vertical slits on their eyes, they weird me out.
Frederick,
But goats have the square pupils.
Yeah, like they're square and they're vertical, and
Yeah.
they weird me out.
All right.
Not
I go.
it is, yes.
All right. I'll take my sword. Oh, I'll be using one hand because of my shield, but I'll hold it out. Some energy and stuff starts glowing and crackling across it. And I'll slice, and out of it comes a beam heading toward the pixie on the far left. And it's going to be my Eldritch Blast. And the energy is like photo negative as it's going across and slams and goes to slam at the pixie.
Nice.
And
Which
hopefully
pixie?
the one on the far left.
2 or
Yeah.
3? 2?
One. Or
One.
2. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Natural 1.
Natural 1
oh crap! I'm standing right beside him.
on a ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you're right
Pixies.
in the path, Ryan.
Oh,
Well, he's a little bit behind me.
Roll a D100.
Ooh. Alrighty. Here we
And
go.
unless it like hit the rocks and fell on Ember.
87.
Ooh. All right. So Eldritch Blast, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it goes streaking across the battlefield. It opens up right in front of her as she does this. And you see this tiny little portal open up. And all of a sudden, the other two pixies are very, very afraid. And you see that pixie get sucked and flushed, just like a toilet opened up. And then it collapses, and that pixie is gone.
What?
What?
I gotta play off this, and I just point my sword at the next pixie 2, at pixie 1.
Who will turn invisible, which is a thing they do.
Uh-oh.
I got my hands
Yeah,
up.
they turn invisible, guys.
But it won't be until her turn. So she is extremely frightened. And is that all you're going to do, Frederick? Would you like to move at all?
I'll move toward Ember, and then like 2 spaces forward, sidling along that rock.
Okay. Yes. So Pixie 1 will turn invisible.
That's why I wanted to restrain them.
Pixie 2 is going to cast Dispel Magic and then jump on the back of the rear goat. Her face is enraged. And the goats. who are not happy with Frederick.
Oh, there's a bunch of goats.
Ooh, that's not good. So he's charging you.
I don't know if they're giant goats.
He's got enough momentum to knock you prone. And he went 10, 20, 30 feet. So 2d4. 2d4 or 1d8, your choice.
Oh, let's do 1d8.
I was kidding.
Oh,
5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you, sir, must make a dexterity saving throw to stay on your feet.
all right.
Since you took 5, nope, it's just straight 13.
5,
And it's a strength saving throw, sorry.
2.
You rolled a 2?
Yes.
Okay, you are down on the ground, prone.
Oh,
Well, that's not good.
land on a rock. Ow. Oh.
They roll with advantage. That's a hit. And that is not. So while you're there, you kick up your legs and try to block the next guy, but he slams right into your buttocks and you take 5 more.
Ow.
Headbutt.
You don't want to be on the ground. That's where you get trampled.
Where else
I'll
do
just,
we want
I'll
to
just fix all that then right now. Just give me a minute. Ow.
Where is the second goat that hit him? Okay. Dang it.
Goat number 3. Missed.
Woohoo!
Goat number 3 has triggered my action.
Yay!
And Regali.
Oh, Orion said his action was triggered.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Orion.
I had 10 feet of movement left, and so I'm going to rush forward to goat number 3. And I am going to attempt to grapple him by the horns. And I rolled a 20 on that.
Well, unfortunately, goats have advantage because of their sure-footedness.
No!
And he actually wrenches free of you.
Okay. Well, that's a bummer.
The way I read this is that's probably the worst place you could try to grapple a goat, especially one this large. Okay?
All right. Well, that's what I had.
Ryan, that won't work.
Regali.
I've never fought these things before. I didn't know.
You look like such a good hand.
Okay, I'm going to step up between the Count and Orion.
They can climb up cliffs.
Yeah, I was thinking of climbing on a rock, and then I remembered we're facing goats, and it's kind of pointless.
Actually, are they mountain goats or regular goats?
I don't think it really matters. Have you ever seen a regular goat at a petting zoo? Like, my
Very
word.
true.
These are not domesticated animals. How about that?
Okay.
We're just lying on the ground with shattered ribs. Does it really matter at this point?
Is that where you want to be, Regali?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
For getting away from them, it might.
And then I cast Fairy Fire back where the pixies were. I'm sorry, I'm not getting the goats.
You want to fairy fire this area here?
Yes. We saw one of the pixies go away, but then one of them just turned invisible. And if I can get them with Fairy Fire, we can see where they are.
That was a good plan.
That's a good plan.
I like that.
Would have been better if I had a higher initiative and could have gotten the goats too, but I think in this case,
We know where the goats are. They're all right here.
Well,
it's true.
to be fair, though, if you went first, they probably would have just dispelled your fairy fire.
You make a good point.
I did try to keep them in one spot.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, they have to make a dex save. Sorry.
And what's your DC?
My DC is 13.
Pass.
Oh,
So,
All of them?
Good plan.
Can you
Even
cast
the,
that
the
with...
one goat that's being ridden?
That's what I was going to ask you. Can you cast that without the goat that's being ridden? I mean, because it obviously won't even try to save. It doesn't care. All it sees is blood.
It's just an area, right?
it's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah. So that would have been the goat as well.
Yes.
And that's a fail. So the goat is fairy fired.
Oh, good.
1 out of 3.
Yeah.
That does make me wonder,
Yes.
since it's a dex save, if she's riding on the steed doesn't make it, wouldn't they both be eliminated?
I suppose it's conceivable she could have like flown up out of the way and then the steed gets hit and flown back
That would be
down.
my guess because she knows
Okay.
she knows magic pretty well.
Yeah. It is called Fairy Fire. They're probably familiar.
Yeah.
They're
You
the
probably
ones who
just
invented
ticked
it.
them off. They're like, you took our spell.
Yeah, they're like, you human. You presume to use fairy fire on us?
Well, is it like Fairy Fire was invented by the Fae and, it's their spell? Or is it like Fairy Fire is designed to be used on Fae, sort of like duct tape is made for ducts? Although I suppose the ducts wouldn't have made the tape. But
It would have been very effective on fairies.
Question for the ages.
I take a brief glance at Regali. I said, we can probably discuss this over the campfire tonight.
This will be what we talk about.
we normally pontificate on magical theory in the midst of battle.
I just see you two, Orion and Regali, just talking in the background. I'm just getting trampled by goats.
Magical theory from the pugilist.
Okay.
I'm just left wondering, what is duct tape?
Ooh, here comes the next goat.
The glowing goat.
He's
10, 20.
he's all lit up.
30, 40. So,
That goat is lit.
yeah. Jumps up on this rock and then into Orion.
Ah,
Oh, thank goodness.
Natural 20.
Oh, diving goat kick.
two were like
Please,
onto
it's not
is he
Frederick
like
again.
jumping onto Orion's head as if he was like landing on another perch the way that goats do?
Orion,
Yes, sir.
14 points of damage. I need a strength check for you not to go prone.
Oof.
13.
Not good.
13 is exactly what you need. So you are not prone.
Okay. That hurt. That really, really hurt.
He really got your goat, didn't he?
He did.
Wow.
Ow.
All right. Fox steps up and he says, and I'm not kidding, have at thee. And he takes a swing.
He's going to kill it one hit. You just watch.
Four. And he rolls a natural 20.
Whoa!
Nice.
Once again, I got to get a dice game. And his sword is a D8. And I rolled 5 and a 4 for 9, plus his strength, so that's 10, 11.
Anybody else deeply concerned about how well Dennis has been rolling tonight?
I think it's fine.
I mean, I've been rolling better than usual too, but it's probably not going to make up for Dennis rolling really good.
Well, okay, so Fox's initiative roll was a 2, just to let you know. So it's not all good.
Okay.
We are back to Ember.
All right. I would like to call upon my spirit to aid us.
Yay!
You getting the fire spirit?
Yes. And it's coming into battle thing, everything
10 feet
10 feet.
radius.
Yeah. Just to make a
Nice.
dex save, which I think I can hit 3 goats safely with it.
Oh, why worry about safety?
Do you want to get hit with fire too?
Not right now.
Go.
I didn't think so. Oh, cool. You found a small fire.
Oh, it's a cute one.
Yeah, my little fire guy.
Where do you want it?
So, like, to the right of the goats.
Over here?
In the interest of not hurting Frederick.
Yeah, like down one so it won't also hit Frederick.
This one?
Oh, that wouldn't be too bad.
Tell me where. Use your words.
Okay, actually, down. Left one. There we
Nice.
go. That should hit those 3 goats and not
Okay.
our friends.
Solid.
Nice.
I mean, actually, technically not solid. Fire
All right.
is.
So what is the first thing that happens to them when you summon?
They have to make a dexterity saving throw 14.
Sorry.
Okay, what's my DC?
14.
2 make it, 1 doesn't. That's going to be, this goat number 4 did not make it.
Okay. So whichever ones don't make it take, 15 fire damage.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Okay. This goat is cooked.
Ooh.
We got dinner.
Quill.
We got dinner.
And then as my bonus action, I will have it make an attack on that one, yeah.
And then the ones that made their save, do they take half?
I believe they take nothing.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say anything about half damage.
So it's all or nothing. So then you're going to attack normally goat number 3.
Yeah, the
Okay.
fire spirit will.
Okay. And go ahead.
I think that's a mess. Rolled a 3. So 7 to hit.
That is a miss, yes.
Okay.
That's all right.
That was my turn and its turn.
Orion.
Yes. I am right beside goat number 3. And so I am going to attempt to kick it as hard as I can in the ribs. And the first kick is a 20 to hit, not a nat 20. Followed up by a 14, a second kick.
Both hit.
Kickity kick.
The first kick is 9 points of damage, and the second kick is 11 points.
How do you want to do it?
Ooh, the second kick glances off the ribs and digs into its gut, and it ruptures the inside and it bleeds out. And then I will move forward one spot over its corpse so I can attack the next one in the next round.
Frederick, would you like to try and get up?
Yep, I think that'd be a good idea. Half movement to stand up. Oh. All right. And I'll hack at goat number, let's see, the one to my left. Goat number 2. And I'll take a stab at it.
That's an interesting choice. Okay.
Yeah, you
All
wouldn't
right.
want to attack the goat that's glowing and gives you advantage.
That one's dead.
Wasn't that one dead?
Yeah.
I thought that was goat 1.
No,
Sorry.
no, that one's dead. It got fried by Ember's fire spirit.
Oh,
Well, it's an interesting choice from a combat tactic standpoint in that more than likely Orion is going to go for goat 1.
Yeah.
So if you soften it up, Orion could take it out and then your enemies would be least.
Mm-hmm.
It's action economy, I believe.
Yeah, isn't the glowing goat like way in the back though?
No,
The glowing
I think
goat
it
died
moved
here.
Oh, okay.
It did that ninja move off the rock into Orion.
Ah, okay. And the pixie just vanished.
Well, turned invisible. I don't know about vanish.
Okay.
that's okay. I point at the goat. Frederick said, "You take him. I got the other one. Don't worry about that."
All right, Frederick.
It's still kind of ringing from getting pummeled by 3 goats. And I'll take a slice at it. That is a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
That's a D8. 11 damage.
Certainly not happy with you.
That's kind of... All right.
Goat number 1 is going to go after Frederick, but this is just your usual, I'm trying to bump you. And he is definitely missed. Goat number 2 strikes back and he is at a +5 to hit, so he does hit you.
Oof.
But this is only 1d4 because he didn't get a run up.
All right.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 4. So Frederick, you will take 4 points of damage.
Done.
Bludgeoning. Ow.
Oh,
Somebody's going to need a hot tub.
knocked the shield right into my face. Oh.
Then we have Regali.
okay. I'd like to move. I'd like to move between Orion and the fire thing around the rock as far as I can. And then up to the, essentially I want to get past the goats without provoking an opportunity attack.
Are you going to double move?
Yes.
You could be there or you could be here.
The first one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you looking for pixies?
Yes, I am.
Fox. And again, have at thee. Oh, he hits. Nice one. It's 2, right? Yep. 3 points of damage. Then, Ember.
Okay. I want to try this cool ability that the spirit can do. Oh, actually I have to do my action first, so. Is Frederick super injured right now?
Is Frederick super injured?
You can see significant damage.
Okay. So I'm going to
I imagine he's got like the blood from earlier on one side of his face and like a hoof print on the other side of his face.
Okay,
Sounds
I'm going
about
to take a step up and do Cure Wounds on Frederick. Ooh, nice. 11.
Nice, thank you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh no, did Frederick's piercings close up? Is he going to have to re-pierce it entirely now?
Probably. Okay, and then I'm going to have my spirit move right next to me and Frederick. Like, so it's right below me. Yep. And it's going to do its special, like, once per day ability, Fiery Teleportation. So the spirit and each willing creature of my choice within 5 feet, so that's all of us, teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see. We'll just go like 30 feet to the right.
What?
Yeah, it's a really cool ability. I'm excited to use it.
You'll be off the map.
Oh no!
Well, just to where the pixies were, roughly.
You said to the right. You want to go west.
To our right, yeah. To like where the pixies were. And then...
So instead of double moving, I could have used an action and just stayed by you guys? Great.
Yeah, but you... So, okay. And then each creature within 10 feet of the space that the spirit left must succeed a dexterity saving throw against my safety, so 14.
1 makes it, and that would be number 2 makes it.
Okay. Or take 1d6 plus 2 fire damage. So the one that didn't make it takes 7 fire damage.
Dang.
Nice spell.
Okay.
There it
Very
is.
cool.
What's that called?
Fiery Teleportation. It's one of
Wow.
the actions the fire spirit can do.
Wow.
But it's only, like, it's expended now, so it has, or I have to rest again before it can use it again.
Gotcha. Are you done?
Yes.
Orion.
Yes.
I hope that was useful.
Orion. Orion has completely forgot about the pixies. And so he is going to run back towards the ghost and launch an attack on the one to my left. Yes, that one.
Fine. I figure if we're lucky, Orion will accidentally run into a pixie along the way.
And
I'm just imagine like Orion like pinwheeling and going
It's like-
backward.
What? And I turn and I run and I jump and I Superman punch the thing right in the head. And
I mean, I would have just left Orion, but I didn't want him to get hit by the fire blast.
so the first Superman punch right into the goat's noggin is for 20 to hit.
does hit.
Followed up by a left hook to the head, which was a 15 to hit.
They both hit.
I'm just thinking about how goats regularly like slam their heads into things.
Yes.
Oh no, that's rams.
But yeah, Orion, probably
That
don't
was-
go for
What's that?
probably don't go for the head.
Well, I rolled almost max damage. So that is 22 points of damage.
Whoa!
That's all together. That's with both attacks, right?
That's all together. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was
20,
gonna say it's
20
like punching a brick wall, but I guess Orion is good at that.
that's 23 points of damage.
Whoa!
Yay, he's dead.
Tic tac toe! You got it! 3 in a row.
Yeah. And I yell up into the sky, "Goat killer!"
Are those literally all Orion's kills?
No. Ember's
I burned
fire
one of
thing.
them.
Yeah, toasted
Oh,
one.
got the first one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we don't have to cook dinner tonight. It's already cooked.
Yay, cabrito for everyone!
Oh yeah,
Goat
gonna do lots of
head,
cooking tonight.
goat head versus fist. Fist won.
I feel like Orion's gonna fashion himself like a helmet out of the antlers.
That's a good idea.
Frederick.
Oh, they're behind us now. All right.
Yeah, we're all a little confused because Ember's never done this. We're like, wait, what happened?
I'll say, excuse me, and I'll go kind of east a little bit to where I've got a line on the goat.
Are you shooting something?
I'll be shooting an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
So again, just
Please don't
energy
make
shooting
Orion
forward.
disappear into a portal
Oh, don't worry. That'll probably happen.
or Regalius.
17 to hit.
Damage.
That'll be a D10 of force damage. And that will be 4 damage.
Nice hit, Frederick. Oh, Eldritch Blast.
Whoa! Is it still like inversed colors?
Yep. Yeah, just like the photo negative.
Very cool.
Still keeping an eye on the goat. I look at Frederick. Why didn't this one disappear?
Tried. Did the same thing, I think.
So Orion will take 6.
Okay. That brings me down to 10, so that is below half. I am below half my hit points, so I will use my reaction to trigger Bloody but Unbowed. So that gives me
That sounds
temporary.
horrible.
It gives me temporary hit points equal to my pugilist level, which is 3, my con modifier, which is 3. So I'm basically back to 16 hit points.
It's funny because earlier Frederick was bloody and bowed over.
Regali. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Orion.
I was gonna say so, and I think Dennis has used this example before, but I think it's a really great example when in the Avenger movie when Captain America is getting his butt kicked by all the Chitauri, and then he just kind of goes, "Ugh," and he gets back into the fight. So this thing hits me, and I just take a deep breath, and I'm back in the fight.
What is it he always
Regali.
says when he goes back into the fight?
What's that?
What's his catchphrase when he?
Oh, I can do this all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But let's not get sued by Disney.
Do this all day, I can.
Oh no.
We're gonna
Could do
get
this all
sued
night.
twice. Okay, so I would like to cast Detect Magic on myself.
Beg your pardon?
Detect Magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Oh,
And
you are
learn its...
dastardly.
Did you say visible creature though?
Yes, so I won't be able to see an aura around it, but I will be able to tell if it's still here or if it's left.
You are dastardly.
I like it.
Give yourself inspiration for that one.
That's 30-foot radius. So that's like just half this map. Just a good chunk of it.
I think it's a cone. Like, within 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
Regali knows where it is, but we don't.
I would assume that is correct. Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
can't demonstrate that yet.
Okay. Nice.
Wow. All right.
Oof.
And how long does that spell last?
Up to 10 minutes if I maintain concentration.
Are you going to keep it?
For now, yes.
Okay. Dang.
Okay,
All right.
so I will yell, there's still 2 of the pixies. Because I've got 2 directions.
Okay. So you have the general idea of where they are, but not a firm fix on where they are.
Right, I couldn't like throw my spear at them because I can't see them. I just know
know-
that they're there.
You know, one is somewhere in the rocks and one is somewhere northwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can sense the presence of magic.
Very nice.
I like it. Oops.
Huh. I don't know if they would know that you would do that, or that they would even sense that you have that up and going. So I'm going to say no. They don't know what to do.
I just realized I have something even more useful than that.
It's not a competition, Ember. We're a team.
That you gave me the idea though.
Usually it's the men, you know, the male characters who are measuring things.
For the first time, Fox misses.
Ooh.
Ember.
Okay. So I would like to cast I should have done this earlier, but I forgot I had it because it's a spell I get from being Wildfire Druid. locate animals or plants. So I cast that and then describe the name of a specific kind of beast or plant, pixie. Concentrating on the voice of nature and your surroundings, you learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5
just
miles
close
if
to
there are any present.
Wow.
What's the name of the spell?
Locate animals or plants. Well, I do not wonder if pixies count. Is that
I'm going to say no because A, they're not a beast. And in the monster manual, there's a specific beast type.
Oh.
They are fey as opposed to animals.
Correct. That's what I'm going to go with.
okay? Darn.
Oh, well.
Well, if we want to locate more goats,
If we want to
Drumbeat.
locate more goats, we know who to call.
From behind the rock. No, I'm kidding. Orion.
Well, I
Nope.
guess I will attempt to take care of the remaining goat with a punch to the head. It's followed by a second punch to the head. The first punch to the head is a 10 to attack. The second one is a 20. So I don't know if the first one hits.
It doesn't.
Okay, the second one hits for 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and I will get frustrated with the fact that I missed. Burn a moxie point for one more attack, and that is also a 10.
He only had one left.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then, I guess I don't have to burn a moxie point.
Ryan, it's dead already.
And then
Yeah, don't beat a dead goat, Ryan.
at that, I guess there's not much.
You don't
I
need to
can-
tenderize the meat now.
I'm going to look towards Regali because I've got some movement left and say, where are the other pixies?
Over there.
Over there somewhere.
Super
And
helpful.
So I guess I will move over the corpse of the last goat that I dispatched and look in the rocks to see if I see a pixie.
I don't know. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see her.
I'm just gonna keep repeating to Regali, where? I don't see it. Where?
Just like start running and punching randomly. Eventually you might hit something.
Punch in the air.
Well, as he scrambles up the rocks, I think you hear in this pixie voice, I'm in danger.
Oh,
You're damn right you are.
Why would she say that?
Ralph Wiggum on the bus. Do you remember at all?
From The Simpsons.
If
Yeah.
I remember Ralph Wiggum, yeah.
I'm in danger. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're just gonna leave
Careful,
Just-
Orion, they're tricky.
because they're invisible. Okay.
All right.
oh, they're gone. They left. They ran. You scared them away, Orion.
Grrr.
Goat killer.
Okay. Yeah, lots of tasty goat meat tonight.
Excellent.
Goat meat.
And I do like Regali's suggestion. I'm gonna take a few minutes with my hatchet to hack off a couple of the horns, so I can see if I can find somebody later on to incorporate that into my my leather biker vest.
You just want the horns. You don't want the skull.
Ooh, take like the whole skull, like the head
Oh,
and
I think
everything.
that's
Yeah, you
like,
could just
like
use
a-
that as a helmet.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? I'll chop off one of their heads and lug that around. At the very least, I can always use it as an improvised weapon and hit somebody with it.
Okay, so
You could put two little chains down from the ends of the to like the head and have a purse that's like a coat head.
I don't want to be morbid or anything, but there are one that I can think of right now just off the top of my head that actually uses goat heads as their holy symbol. And they are not nice gods.
Who's that?
Well, I can't tell you because then your character would know.
Okay.
But just
Well, you know, Orion
so you
is
know,
well
you're-
versed on religious iconography and deeply concerned about offending
you're lugging around this goat head.
peons.
Bloody goat head.
Let it go, Ted.
So I'm presuming you're doing that while Ember's cooking and Frederick and I are setting up I guess you already have a cooking fire, but setting up to rest.
Well, what time of day is it? Do we still have daylight to burn to go keep marching towards the flying potato?
Yes, you have plenty of time left.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does anybody have any objection if we do take a quick short rest? I might get burn a hit die because I'm down to 16 points.
If people are going to burn hit dice, I'll do Song of Rest. I'll play some music so that you guys can get an extra D6.
Okay. So let's take a quick rest and then soldier on. So we get an extra D6, you said?
Yep.
Oh, that's awfully handy.
So how much did you get?
I am back up to 26 hit points now.
I'm back up to 22.
So you're max.
Yeah.
I am remembering how frail Regali is.
Orion, how many did you say?
I am up to 26 hit points now.
Okay. And that was your short rest?
Yes.
So early lunch?
Yeah. Tasty goat meat.
Cabrito.
Cool. Does recharge my fiery teleportation thing.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, short rest does.
Oh, nice.
Oof.
So, Ember, while we're having our short rest and we're kind of relaxing, eating a little goat, we need a code word from you before you do that. Because that was a really handy thing that you did, but none of us have ever seen you do it. So, what do you want us yell in the middle of battle to give us the heads up that you're going to do that?
Could you do it, yell it like 6 seconds before you actually do it, like so that...
Just
To be
random
fair, it
number.
was Ilm that did it, but sure. What do you want me to yell?
I don't know.
Well, you don't want something that'll give it away.
Flame on!
Nah, that's lame.
Ring of fire. Down, down,
Bonsai.
down, burning ring of fire. How about
I'll put
Ooh,
dinner
that's
time.
Good. I should write that down.
dinner time? That won't give it away, and it's reminiscence because you burnt goat that we're eating. Dinner
That's
time.
good.
I like it.
How about
I just
dinner
don't
while
want-
it's hot?
I just don't want to confuse you guys with actual dinner time, though.
Oh yeah.
Even Orion, as slow as he is, I don't think he would confuse actual dinner time when we're in a battle.
What if we're not in a battle? What if we're being besieged while we're at camp and Ember wants to get us out of there fast?
All right. What's our code word?
I'm sorry, I'm just being the devil's advocate.
I mean, how about when I say dinner time regardless, you all come running?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
All right. I guess that works.
Dinner time it is. All right. Glad we got that settled. But that was a really cool, a cool spell.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I would
Right,
want
so-
to grant Ember MVP for the fight, but I feel like Orion killed 3 goats or something.
You are packing up. And just as you start to fall out into your maneuvers, let me make sure this is not something I should be.
Are we in that area where there's nothing big that lives in this area?
Correct.
Okay. So that would explain goats and pixies.
Well, the goats were big. The pixies weren't.
I feel
weren't-
like it explains half of goats and pixies. Like,
Well, when I think big, I'm thinking like large, rhinoceros size, elephant size.
Like a bear.
I
Well,
mean,
didn't they say nothing bigger than like a squirrel or something?
I thought it was a fox.
Fox.
Yeah,
a
fox.
fox.
Well, we're traveling with Fox, and he's
Oxen.
I don't know. We're bigger than foxes, and yet we're here.
Well, and I guess the pixies could have summoned the goats in preparation for battle. If Ember's correct and they are the ones who beset Frederick earlier, when there were no goats, they could have, summoned Mount or something,
Maybe.
I'm just throwing out meaningless words.
I'm just enjoying goat meat.
It is good goat
They
meat.
picking on me anyway.
It's a little
I
overdone.
suppose it was them who was whispering.
Yeah, or they could have just rode the goats in because we're riding horses in. So
True.
You make a good point.
Okay.
I don't know why pixies really need mounts though. They fly.
That was,
Need or want?
This is for cinematic effect. A goat-
Hey,
They had it in the budget, so why not?
a pixie riding into battle on top of her goat's head, holding both horns.
Goats are to pixies as rhinos are to Orion.
Yeah.
The horns would provide like cover for the pixies, so I guess that makes sense.
So Orion,
Yeah.
you travel pretty light because you're experienced, and you throw your explorer's pack
Yes.
up onto your shoulders, and you start to adjust your cut when all of a sudden, appearing right in front of you, is this pixie, but she's dressed more regal.
Okay.
And if you had to guess, because she blinked in, she went, and then she blinked out. If you had to guess, she was wearing a tiara.
Okay.
Anyway, now your nose itches, and the more you itch, the funnier it becomes.
Okay. Okay.
What's funny, Orion?
I'm trying to talk.
Oh, come on. No, share the joke.
Pixie. Tiara.
All of a sudden, and I'll need a wisdom saving throw from you, Orion.
9.
I believe 9 does not cut it. And you are dancing. And it's
Excellent.
funny.
All right. There I am doing the river dance.
Would I know of any herbs or anything that might help Orion against pixie dust?
What's your,
Performance check, Orion.
what race are you, Orion?
Human.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
No, you don't know of any herbs that can make somebody who's having a great time dancing just stop.
Well,
Then I yell out, say, watch this, and I turn around and I start to twerk.
Oh, no.
whoa.
And then I turn around again and I do the, even though they don't have this in Faerun, but I do the sprinkler. And I look at Ember.
He's
and
gone
say,
mad.
I look at Ember and say, I can do this all day. And I keep dancing.
You know, we could just leave him.
Can we though? He looks like he's gonna hurt himself. Orion,
Yeah.
we've had a talk about this before. No mead at the short rest.
Just high on life.
All right. So go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
That one's a
Okay,
little
Frederick,
better.
we're gonna have to like take
rolled-
it all out of this pack and keep it in yours. I'll take some of the heavy stuff if you need a hand, but we can't leave that close to him. Not on the job.
I rolled a 19 that time.
Okay. And you don't feel the need to dance anymore. And it stops becoming funny.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys.
I had a plan that was going to be funny. Well,
Apparently, you guys don't want to dance, so fine. Let's.
Because there's nothing more cringeworthy than a guy dancing by himself.
Maybe. And I turned to Ember. I said, "Is there such thing as a pixie who wears a tiara?" Because I think I saw one of those in my face before I started dancing.
Wait, you what?
It was a little pixie. She popped in front of my face. She blew something in my face, and then she blinked out. And that's kind of when I started laughing and dancing.
Detect magic.
I mean, pixies can wear whatever they want. Maybe it was some kind of queen pixie. I don't know.
Are you casting?
Yes.
Okay. So nothing in the vicinity, but you can see the enchantment dust on his face.
See? I told you I wasn't drinking. Now give me my beer back. Like,
Okay, I'm going to keep it up for the full 10 minutes going forward in case we encounter more.
Okay. Having reestablished your dominance over the pixies, and you're walking for 10 minutes with Regali's Detect Magic on, when you notice it starts to get a little pervasive. Transmutation magic starts to be everywhere for you.
Guys, there's magic just everywhere. It's actually a little overwhelming. It's not like a pixie somewhere. It's just everywhere.
And Fox is turning in his little book, and he goes, yes, this is exactly what was described. And you say it's transmutation magic.
Yes,
Ah.
definitely.
We must be close.
Okay, I'm going to drop my detect magic then, because we're almost there anyway.
Count Fox, is there something in that little notebook of yours that we should know about in terms of potential threats?
No.
Okay. All right. I just don't want to walk into anything without knowing that we're about to get slapped in the head.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw from everyone.
11.
And
24.
17.
Okay. Onward and upward, you break through the trees and down in the valley. The valley so low.
Ooh. It does
It is
kind of
like
look
a-
like a potato.
yeah.
The flying potato.
A potato
Huh,
flew around
that's
my
pretty
room
big.
before you came.
So the
Suddenly I'm hungry.
All the time I just thought you guys were really drunk.
Didn't you have like half that goat, Orion?
Yeah, that was like 10 minutes ago.
Okay,
So
there's
the-
our goat.
So the idea is that the rock that this sleeping dragon is made of is like no rock that's around it.
Okay.
And these little rocks here that get piled up, and then eventually the weather knocks them down. But usually that's how people climb on top of the rock.
Oh.
So Fox is as excited and giddy as a schoolboy. And he runs down and starts yelling for help. Help me restack these rocks.
Okay.
all
All right.
How high up is the potato thing?
You have to probably about 5 feet worth of steady rock table piling up so that you can climb on up there. Luckily, people have been doing this for eons, and there are plenty of rocks around to go ahead and pile up.
Wonderful.
I was just going to offer giving him a boost.
And Ember, roll a d8.
Three.
And here's your secret message.
Amber got a secret message. Very first secret message. Secret, 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 secret message.
So exciting.
Oh, he's got to put on glasses for this.
Yeah, the text is
Ooh.
tiny.
But the rock is big. Okay, so Orion, if you get some of the bigger rocks, we can make like a really sturdy base. And then like Frederick, if you can like work on balancing the rocks, you know, so that they're evenly distributed and we don't get any like rock slides when people are trying to stand on it.
Sounds good.
Where does this message come to me from?
You just hear it whispered. Like there's somebody standing next to you and they whisper it, and then as soon as you turn around, they're gone.
I try and
Hey,
grab a pixie.
Ember, these rocks
What?
are not going to stack themselves.
Yeah, Amber, we could really use a hand over here. Orion's getting some pretty big ones, but
Yeah, okay.
What a diva. I turned to Frederick. I said, what a diva. She's too good to move stones. Keep stacking stones.
So here in the Dragonwood, it's a very quiet, mysterious place. Thanks to Regali, you realize that the entire place seems to just have this aura of transmutation magic. This is the area where animals and beasts of medium size or larger they're not here. They don't exist here. You can see squirrels, evidence of insects and birds, but anything larger than a fox is definitely missing from this area. And so after about an hour of stacking stones, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw again.
It would be a nat 1.
4. Hey, look, I'm a mountain goat. I'm gonna jump from rock to rock.
Did you say
6.
4?
No, 4 plus 4 is 8. Sorry.
And then 6?
6.
18.
Ember? Okay.
I got
So Ember,
Yeah, wisdom.
suddenly you are the only one remaining here.
Guys,
Let's see. Orion, you are 5. Frederick, you are 11. Regali, you are 3. And about 50 yards behind you, Regali, as you get transported into the forest, 50 yards behind you, you hear Count Fox say, "Oh, it happened." And he starts giggling.
When you say we're 3, or I'm 3,
Yes.
like,
So I want you to imagine north would
there's
be
3 of you.
midnight or 12 noon.
Okay.
And then all the way around you. So whatever number I gave you, that's where you are.
as long as you didn't mean I'm this many.
So you and Fox basically got transported to the same place 50 feet apart.
Okay.
And so Fox starts yelling for everyone else.
Uncle Nordhaus?
Did he mention this was going to happen?
What happened? Where is everybody?
Okay.
Where are we?
So he tells you in a calm voice, this is perfectly natural. We just have to shout and get back together and find out where we got transported from. It's going to happen from time to time.
Okay. How far did we get transported?
It's usually anywhere from 50 to 500 miles away. But I don't think this was a very serious one because it usually happens more. I mean, it's a little more powerful when you get closer to dusk and shortly after dawn.
We Orion? Frederick?
Ember, roll a d8.
Guys, dinner time? 7.
Oh, you can't use magic though, Ember. Otherwise, you get booted out.
Although we didn't, and we still got booted out.
Mm.
That's right, you did say that.
50 to 500 miles. What number were you, Frederick?
11, I think.
Yeah, we're nowhere near each other.
I think. Wait, what was? Remember, what'd you get?
Well, it's 7 on a D8.
Well,
Okay,
Ember
that's
wasn't
the same thing.
transported.
Ember
Oh,
wasn't
Ember wasn't
transported.
transported.
Yeah, I
No.
was,
So
We all
am I.
just vanished.
Oh,
Ember, you are free to explore the rock by yourself while you wait for your compatriots.
okay. I'd like to try to get on top of the rock and look around for my compatriots.
Oh, you're looking for them. You're not looking for anything else.
I mean, all my friends just vanished. I want to know where they are.
Would you like to cast a spell?
No.
Okay.
I do remember that now, that we're not supposed to cast spells here. And I am also looking for pixies too, because I feel like this might be their meddling.
Storm pixies. They're all over.
Do you have any magic items on you, Ember?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I was thinking about putting down my instrument so I wouldn't be tempted to use any spells without my magical focus, but I'm really glad now that I didn't.
Unless you count the recipes that Chef John gave me as magical.
No. No.
I am very confused. I don't know where I am.
Oh
Or-
no.
There's nobody around me.
What number did you get?
5.
Okay. No, I
Um,
think you can hear Regali and Fox. Frederick's having a little tougher time.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, in that case,
I'm on the other side of the clock.
I will yell in response to Regali.
Okay. So you guys can meet up, no problem.
Okay.
But there is
goodness.
the other issue is that you don't know where the rock is.
Oh,
Does this even look remotely like the area that we were in?
Yeah, you could tell you're still in the Dragon Forest, yes.
Okay,
we don't
so
have a direction
Correct. That's your
or a
Right.
person who can cast find plants.
Well, I mean, like thinking in Nick Fury, do you see the sun? Put it on your right and keep going. Where's the sun in relationship to where we were and where we
Oh.
are?
Is that how you're gonna figure out which direction to go?
I have an idea.
But you can't give it to us.
Nick
Ember-
Fury being someone from your past.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to make or non-magically start a fire.
Using
So that-
what method?
The stuff I have.
Ooh, does the fire druid carry tinder and
I have a
Oh, no.
torch.
flint?
Oh, torch.
How do you get a light torch?
Do you have a flint box or?
Tinderbox or whatever.
Rub 2 sticks together.
Where are you getting the sticks?
Ooh,
Is my
It's been
reckoning?
a while
This
since
is
I've had to start a
food.
fire without magic.
So Regali or Orion, do you have any ranks in survival or nature?
ooh, I have survival. I have expertise in survival.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 and add your survival score.
16.
You are relatively sure that all you need to do is walk west.
All right, guys, I'm relatively sure all we need to do is walk west.
So Orion,
But do you know which
Fox.
way west is?
Fox, and Regali seem to be headed in the right direction. Frederick, however,
Ooh.
what are you going to do?
All right. Trapped alone in the woods. What do you do? Directions. Right. Can I see the sun?
Yes.
I'll figure out which
Don't
way's
stare
north.
at it.
How are you going to figure out which way's north?
Well, supposing the sun goes the same direction as Earth, I'll figure out what's east and west.
How are you doing that?
Figuring about what time of day it was. I mean, as we're traveling the sun.
Okay.
So
So
it's either rising or setting, unless it's like even noon.
you know that it is late spring coming to early summer, and the sun is in the southern portion of the sky. Other than that, and it being 12:30, what are you going to do about dead reckoning?
My dad taught me something that you can do to figure out exactly what directions.
Okay.
So moss grows on the north side trees. So I'll
I
find
knew
one of
you were-
them.
I'm
Then
just trying to remember which of his parents was the elf.
the one that didn't raise me. Now, if that goes on the north side trees. But I also want to be looking for somewhere that does not have a lot of animals. At least not big animals. So what I'll do is I'll start going in a direction. If I start seeing larger animals, I'll turn around and start going the other way.
Oh no.
I don't think I got no spells to. Ooh, you know what? I am losing my way.
Do you have any ranks in survival?
I'm
Or
not like
nature-
specialized in it, but I
or
do have.
nature?
I do have a +2 in survival, but just not specialized in
Right. Just because of your intelligence score?
it. Wisdom.
Wisdom score? Okay. So I will grant you +2 to a D20 roll to figure out which direction you should go.
I will also pray.
Oh, you're going to pray.
I'm going to pray to the Raven Queen to help guide me.
Okay. Now, for all you kids out there,
Pray for a compass.
you cannot rely on the north side of the tree moss growing. That is not a reliable method.
Moss will
thing-
pretty much spread wherever it can.
The best thing to do, go ahead, Orion.
Grab a stick, pound it into the sand, and start tracking the shadow.
It'll take you about an hour, but that is the best method. Track the shadow of a stick in the ground. All right. What'd you get?
All right. 16 altogether was for the survival.
Oh, okay, good. So you
Nice.
figured out that moss probably wasn't the best idea.
Hmm. Must have been
And then
something
you
else.
remembered the stick in the shadow idea. And you have a dead reckoning on the valley being the lowest point, and you're actually elevated. So moving through the trees, you are roughly going to be headed southeast, sorry.
Mhm. All right.
Okay? All right. Ember, you're all alone building a tiny fire. What would you like to do with that tiny fire?
I would like to produce like smoke so that
Okay.
the others can see smoke signals and know which
Do you
way
ha-
to come.
Do you have a color in mind?
Whatever is most visible.
That would be a dark smoke. Regali, Orion, and Fox, you see the tendril of smoke rising from a valley.
Um,
Fire solves everything.
Do you guys think that might be Ember for dinner time?
that's a good possibility. She does seem to like fire. I think we should keep going.
Ember, are you doing anything about the rock?
Once I get the fire going, I will check it out more, see if it's got any like doors on it.
Go ahead and give me a search check.
Okay. Would that be perception or investigation?
Which one's higher for you?
Perception.
Do that.
9.
You find this swirly patch on the top, a little bit north, but definitely rounded down towards the west. And you have an idea that's what Count Fox was looking for, was exactly that.
Did he
And
say
as-
anything specifically about it?
Yeah, he's been talking about it the whole time. His entire mission is that he can open up the door. He thinks he can open up the door that nobody's been able to open before.
Okay.
That's been his whole spiel.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything about it until the others get back.
Okay. So it's nighttime. And Regali, Orion, and Count Fox are close enough you can smell the campfire that Ember has going. Frederick,
Ember, that you?
it's getting really dark.
Yes.
Ooh, good thing I have dark vision.
Would you like to keep walking?
About where am I? Can I tell I'm getting a little closer? Like, so I'm going down. Yeah, okay.
You've gone down, but then you've reached a creek and you've gone back up, and then you've started to go down again.
All right.
And you've traveled about 30 miles.
Holy smokes.
All right.
In a straight line or in a circle?
Well,
he's going in circles all day.
What he's doing is he's picking out a very, I guess, a point in the distance. And what he's doing is he's dead reckoning to that point. So it's an extremely large tree or some kind of rock, a cliff face or something like that. And he's going the direction that he thinks is correct.
I think I'll try to find a place to hunker down.
Are you going to spend the night out here?
I got too much choice.
Are you just going to sleep?
Well, no, what I'll do is, well, what's the temperature like? Is it,
Oh, it's going to be cold tonight. It's going to get into the 40s.
all right. I'll see if I can find a shallow cave, like just a like divot, if there's like a,
cave.
not like a deep cave, like where a bear would be, but like one of those just like kind of like overhangs, just some.
I'm sorry, you found a bear.
So,
Oh no.
The best I can do is a fallen tree that you can stack spruce boughs on one side and like just leave a little opening on the other side, so it's like this lean-to, and then you can make a small fire in front of you if you want. And what it does is the fire, because there's the little bit of wind that comes through where you've put the spruce boughs, and you're also going to want to sleep on the spruce boughs. What little bit of wind comes through doesn't really affect you at all, but it does keep the smoke from entering your little abode. And as long as that fire is going, the radiant heat will keep you warm.
okay. Then yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll see. I want to keep the fire going. So what I'll do is I'll just try to take little naps throughout the night and try to keep myself awake.
Roll a d8.
Yeah. Uh-oh. 5.
What you want to do for kids watching, for a long burning fire that you don't have to tend very much, make yourself a Swedish fire torch. Look it up on
For the
YouTube.
kids watching, don't play with fire without an adult.
So you got a private message.
Oh, jeez. That's not fun. Okay.
Also, don't wander out in the wilderness alone.
Oh, no. I like your whispers. Oh, gee.
And by adult, I mean like an actual parent or a friend's parent, not your big brother who's practically grown.
It's around midnight when Regali, Orion, and Fox break through the tree line, and Ember, you notice them walking towards you.
Hey, you're back. This is great.
Wow! Ember, you started that fire signal right away. How'd you get back here so fast?
I never left.
What? What do you mean you
Not
didn't
fair.
leave? My feet hurt.
How
I'm
did
tired.
Where did you
I'm
go?
I don't know. One moment we were here, and the next moment I was. Who the hell knows where I was? And it's only because I heard Regali yelling that we managed to find each other. And my feet hurt. I'm hungry. I want me some goat. And I
Yeah,
sit
what's
down.
for dinner, Ember?
I
have
start
you been
handing
cooking?
out goat that I've been
Get
cooking.
a ton of goat.
Has anybody seen Frederick?
Where's Fred? Did Frederick disappear as well?
Yeah, you all disappeared at the same time.
And I turn and I look at the count. Remember when I asked you, is there anything that we should be aware of? Did this not cross your mind?
Well, it doesn't happen all the time. It only happens sometimes, and it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. We just spent all day walking back here. You
I mean,
did give us a heads up.
It happened to 4 out of 5 of us.
So, is there anything else that we should be
5 out of
aware
6.
of?
No. Are you guys hearing whispers?
Okay, guys, we can fight or we can eat this delicious goat meat that Ember's cooked.
Yeah.
Goat anybody?
And by the
It
way,
might be a bit burnt by now, but
no, I think you did a good job, Ember, and I dig in. And what did
it's hard to
Fox
keep
say?
it warm for all night.
Ember,
Eh.
we weren't so far away. Would you be willing to maybe turn into an owl and take a fly around for Frederick?
I can't fly. Not yet. I haven't learned that.
Oh,
No. Well,
And-
let's make sure. Let's
Don't worry about me.
And we can't use magic here, can we?
No, we
Well, I
can't.
would- recommend going away from but it doesn't matter anyway. I'm sorry. I was just trying to come up with ideas.
Well, let's make sure we keep the fire going so that there's a good smoke signal come morning time for Frederick to see.
Okay, I'm going to go get some more wood.
It's midnight.
Well, we want to keep the fire going all night. We got to get wood.
You can't see the smoke in the nighttime.
Well, you're just said keep the fire. Fine, I'm going to bed.
For the morning. I meant keep the fire going in the morning.
I think Frederick can see in the dark, but I'm not sure how far.
I don't know. I'm exhausted. Ember, do you mind if
Nice.
do you mind taking first watch so we can get a little shut eye?
Yeah, sure. I've just been sitting here, so.
Okay.
Are you going to do the web thing?
Sure. If
I'm
it's getting
gonna
dark, I
recommend
better.
not shape changing.
You,
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't shape change.
I will not do the. I will not shape change.
No? No web? Okay.
No.
We got a fire, so I got light.
Frederick, roll a D8.
D8. 1. I don't know if that's good or bad.
We're gonna find out.
I do have an
He's
idea
tight.
now to help us
He's
find
tight.
each other in the future, but it won't help us this time.
He's typing. Are you gonna get another secret message?
From the behind,
Jeez,
secret message.
Would you like to try and sleep, or are you just going to take the one level of exhaustion?
I think I'm going to take the level of exhaustion.
What's
I'm going to
going
get
on?
out of here as quick as I can. I'm getting out of here.
All right.
No.
So make your survival or nature check, whichever one's higher.
All right, yeah, that's survival.
I really hope you didn't find a bear.
12. Oh, bear would be
okay.
nice.
You think you're going in the right direction.
Or more pixies.
It's a very,
Yeah.
there's a
that's
very
fine.
aggressive
Fine.
cricket by Frederick.
Yeah, it's back.
Nighttime.
It's okay. It's okay. It's nighttime. It fits.
Ambience. Ambience.
Yeah,
Ambiance.
it's perfect ambient. As long as it stops when it's daytime again.
We've been texting each other. Who hears the crickets?
It's not inside this room. It's outside.
It's,
It's just that loud.
But what's
It's
amazing
Jiminy.
is that it comes through all our speakers.
Yeah, even
So
I
it's-
can hear it. And
It's morning,
okay.
and
I was half expecting a crow to sound.
Mr.
Or-
Fox,
Okay.
Mr. Fox wants to get started. So he starts climbing all over the rock.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I grab him by the seat of the pants. We got to wait for Frederick.
Whether or not he makes it back is on him. I mean, why can't we check out the rock?
Orion, there's nothing he can do to help us find Frederick. Let him look at the rock.
Fine.
How about you gather some wood for the fire?
Fine. And like a petulant child, I go find some wood.
I would like to point out the swirly thing to Fox and also ask him what he knows about the whispers.
The whispers it's just the forest. At least that's what Elminster thought when he wrote about it. And Volo kind of thought the same thing. They kind of agreed with each other.
You've been hearing whispers, Umber?
Only once or twice. But so did Ryan. Or
I haven't heard anything.
oh wait, was it Frederick that heard him the first time?
It may have been.
I was about to ask if they sounded the same as Frederick's whispers, but then I realized that's a pointless question.
These small folk all look the same.
This is like the third time by the second session that the party has been split. Isn't that like, D&D 101? Don't split the party.
Well, yeah, but we weren't in charge of it this time.
That's true.
I do have a plan for in the future.
Also, we
Oh.
split the first session too. Like
Yep.
some of us went to the pub and some of us went. We're just bad at rules.
Well, that was in town. It makes things more interesting anyways.
All Right.
What? Okay.
So Count Fox pops open a door and he gasps.
Whoa!
Uh-huh. It's
He starts pulling out empty bottles. And if it's empty, he tosses it to Orion. Out of the 10 slots that he has found 2 potions that are not empty. However, he would like some help opening up the chest.
I'll help.
The chest opens, and Regali, roll a d8.
Ooh. 5.
3 bottles of ink, 5 feather quills, and 40 sheets of parchment.
Wow.
And
What?
he's moving this writing stuff around, and he's like, oh,
well, that's
This is
useful
quality
for
ink.
yeah, that's useful for Ryan, who's illiterate.
Ember's
Well,
going to
now
be
we can
standing
work on that.
underneath, by the way, just in case either of them falls.
How many feather quills did you say?
3 bottles of ink, 5 feather quills, and 40 sheets of parchment.
Okay, thank you. Well, it was
But-
3 potions that he's holding on to, and you got 8 empty
Oh.
bottles.
I'm sorry, there's 8
Second.
empties and 2 that are full.
Oh, sorry.
Boy, this is quite the haul so far. No, I'm saying this to Regali and Ember, like, oh boy, glad we followed this joker.
Orion, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Okay.
He's never going to speak again.
Ember!
Hey, yeah.
Hey!
Roll
What is
2 D100s.
One. I got 6.
Okay, somebody else?
I rolled an 86. Too bad I didn't roll a 30. We were to roll a 30-06. That would have been explosive.
Okay.
That ammo wouldn't be useful for any of us. Until firearms are invented.
So at this point in time, Ember has given Count Fox the location of the swirl, which is what he's most interested in. And so he stands, or actually sits, with his legs spread out so that the swirl's right underneath him. And he takes out a bunch of tiny little bottles. And Ember, if you wouldn't mind standing next to him on the ground, he's just going to dab a little in his hand and then hand you so that you can recork. And he
Okay.
does this about 12 times. And he's got this hand full of this powdery stuff. He rubs his hands together. And you start to see the magical glow between his hands. This is not a spell in the sense that he's casting anything. And as he starts to rub, you can see a ball start to form. As his hands separate, you see the ball kind of floating there. And then he just kind of guides and directs the ball underneath on top of the swirl, right about in the middle where everything comes together. And he's kind of rolling the ball around, and then the ball breaks. And all that powder starts to follow and swirl into the tendril lines. And then nothing happens. And Fox is so beset, he starts to weep.
I feel
I
like this is
still-
our fault for rolling low.
Am I
What's
still
that?
forbidden?
I feel like it's our fault for rolling poorly.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Are you still forbidden what?
Am I still forbidden from not speaking if I don't have anything nice to say?
Yes.
Was that part of the plan? I ask the Count.
No, it wasn't. And he's wiping the tears off his face.
Hey, if it
Wait,
helps, the
Does he still
whisper
have
I
stuff all over his hands?
Yes.
the whisper I heard earlier said something about the seventh hand upon the door opens.
And he's like, what?
I heard a whisper saying the seventh hand upon the door opens all.
And he flips, and he writes it down. He says, what exactly did the whisper tell you?
The seventh hand upon the door opens all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ember, can you lift Regali and Orion up here so everyone, except for me, puts 2 hands on this door, and I'll put my hand for the 7th?
Sure.
Does that work? Are you going to go with this, Orion?
Yeah, but Frederick's not here. If we manage to get in and he's not here and he can't get in, he still gets his share of the loot.
Of course.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Bang.
But won't he be able to get in if it's his first time coming?
He might be, but
Okay.
as long as I've got the Count Fox's word that Frederick will still get his share of the loot if he can't manage to get in, then I will put my hand on.
Does anybody have a magic item on them?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Does the fact that my instruments are my focus when I'm casting?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Then no.
Okay, so you guys all lay your hands on, and then he goes like this very tentatively, and he puts his hand down. Nothing.
Did it maybe mean the 7th? Maybe they're supposed to be sequential? No.
7th hand. Do they have to be 7 hands from 7 different people?
We don't have enough people then.
We could catch some pixies and force their hands on it.
I don't think forcing is good when trying to complete rituals.
How many lines in the swirl are there?
Oh, good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I keep thinking hand on a clock.
That's what I was thinking too.
Do we have to have the powder stuff on our hands?
Ooh, maybe.
Fox tells you that the powder was actually powdered spell. And it took him a lifetime so far for him to figure this out.
Right, but if we just wipe our hands on your hands, then we'll have powdered spell on our hands, and
then
there'll
no.
be 7 hands with powdered spell touching it.
Well, I didn't know about the 7th hand thing. That's new to me. I'd not heard that whisper yet.
I also heard something about by night seek her in a moon turret. I have no idea what that meant.
Wait, what?
What?
Something to seek her in the moon turret at night.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've got that one down. Yep.
Okay.
By night, seek her in the moon turret.
What does
What
that
if we
mean to
put-
you?
It
What if
doesn't
we
mean
put
anything.
all our
Like-
hands on it at the same time? So there's 7 hands.
That's what we did.
Okay.
Frederick,
I thought we did sequential first. Sorry.
you see a
Yeah.
tendril of smoke, but it is in the wrong direction. It's more to your right than you would have imagined.
Oh. Well, it's better than nothing. I'll head toward it.
Okay? Better than nothing. Because fire means one of two things. I can save the forest from burning down, or somebody's there and got food. Right?
Seventh hand.
Right.
Is it like a helping hand or a farm hand?
Are you sure that's the door?
Yes. Yes.
Is it like on the other hand?
What do you mean?
So on the one hand, it could be physical hands. On the other hand, it could be a metaphorical on the other hand.
Explain. And how does this help us? Now, mind you, this is the biggest puzzle in Faerun.
Right.
One of.
Hmm. Is there anything on the rock that resembles a moon turret? Because it says, by night, seek her in the moon turret.
Not sure what a moon turret looks like.
Neither am I.
There are ancient carvings in all over this rock. So,
Is there
Are there any
anything?
moons?
I'm sorry?
Are any of the carvings moons?
I guess. I mean, there's circles. That could be a moon. I don't.
Does the count know who her is referring to?
No.
There's no like druidic symbols on the rock.
Mm-mm.
Amber, can you repeat the other whisper that was that you heard about the seventh hand?
The seventh hand upon the door opens all.
I'd like to go
Okay.
look at the other doors that we've opened.
That would be one.
Oh. Are there more that we haven't opened aside from this one?
Yes. He flips through his book, and if you want to go ahead and make your investigation check.
Yeah, we could try the other doors.
Can I do insight instead? Or perception?
Perception would be okay.
Oh, 10.
I don't know about insight.
The giant potato is deceiving us.
10. I'm super average.
Okay. Ember, you're pretty tall. You want to just walk around the rock and see what you can find?
Sure. 8.
Orion?
My perception is 18.
All right. So you have found the wizard's door.
Ooh.
Okay, can you describe the wizard's door to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that is in fact a chaise lounge. There is a lantern. It is lit. There is an eyeball watching everything you do, and it's just floating there.
They
You
did-
see, what's that?
I do remember something about there's always a body part in one of these doors.
You see 4 books and a number of what looks to be spell components.
Awesome. Ryan loves books.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reach out and grab the eyeball.
It blinks out of existence as you get close to it.
Oh, that's no fun.
You can nap on the lounge.
So there's book, a lantern, and spell components.
4 books.
Okay. I'll hand the books off to Regali. I'm gonna grab the lantern myself and then get the spell potion or spell ingredients over to Ember. And then have a look. I mean, I know I lose change in the cushions of my sofa all the time. So I'm going to have a look in the chaise lounge to see if there's anything in the cushions.
Regali, give me a D6.
Cocked.
I'm
5.
sorry? 5? And a D100.
$72.
By the way, is it just me, or does the like series of circles to the right there kind of resemble like maybe the moon's path through the sky?
Well, and that's what I'm looking for. Anything that I could either represents her or a moon turret.
Regali, one of the books has a pamphlet in it.
Oh,
The pamphlet says, if you say this abysmal chant, you have advantage on Arcana checks.
wow.
Would you like to learn the abysmal chant?
Yes.
There you go. And the book is magical too, by the way.
Ooh.
Fancy.
The title of the book is I Golem. It is a semi-autobiographical magic book on golem programming.
Wow.
That's cool.
If you're into
That seems
such things.
really rare.
So I'm supposed to roll 2d20s, and if by some miracle they come up double, whatever, then one of the books is magic.
Wow.
Dang.
Very nice.
And so Regali randomly rolled, and she got that pamphlet and the book is magic. So
Yay.
what fun.
Well, wait a second. Now you've got a magical item. Should we go put our hands on that swirly door again?
Oh. We don't know that magical items were, that's
True.
meta knowledge.
Yeah, it is. My bad.
I was thinking maybe we should try the hand thing on all of the doors instead of just the one.
The wizard's door that just opened up, did it was it just like open the door, no big deal, or did we have to do something to open it up?
Well, you have to push on it a certain way, and then it just kind of clicks, and then you lift it open, and then it swings around like a DeLorean door.
Okay. Did we try pushing with the 7 hands? Or did we just put our hands on?
Um,
I
Yeah,
think we
you
just
did.
set them.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we only tried on the one door that didn't open, and the whisper said the seventh hand on the door opens all. So it might be a different door is what I'm thinking.
Should we close the doors we've opened and then try the seven hands? 'Cause if it's opening them all and some of them are already opened.
So I'm going to say, except for a break for lunch, you guys are trying every single conceivable combination.
Okay.
When after dinner, out of the woods walks Frederick. A little haggard, definitely out of breath.
Frederick, we
hungry?
missed you.
You want some goat meat?
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
While we're feeding Frederick some goat meat, give him an update on everything that's occurred so far.
Okay.
Tell him that we are stumped. We don't know what the heck we're doing.
Well,
Who's the whisper you heard?
I did hear some more whispers while I was out there.
Ooh.
So here's what I got so far from what I remember. So when we first got up in here, and that was, I got, for the sorceress, the snows is most to be feared. So that's intimidating right off the bat. Then later on that night, I got, there's yet another moonblade. This one flying awakened aware. Then, to make things worse, I got the skull's green eye watches unblinking. So I don't want to see no eyes and skulls or nothing. And then just to round it all off with the most terrifying one, the worm comes. So I gotta say,
Worm? Like,
Worm
no,
as
not
in
like something in
dragon?
the ground, not like, yeah, that one.
Like a
Big-
dragon?
Oh, worm, dragon, you know. By the end of it, I don't think there's a huge difference, and it's on top of you. But
Okay.
So if I do the chant, is that like a certain amount of time that I would have to make an Arcana check? Or would it have to be right before an Arcana check?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like you have about as much time as it takes for a match to burn your fingers.
Okay. Does it count as a spell?
No, it doesn't.
I'd
Does,
like
go
to
ahead.
climb up on the rock and do an Arcana check on the spiral.
Ooh. Wouldn't that be just too coincidental for words? All right. You get an Arcana check with advantage on the swirl. And what
Well,
do you...
Almost.
Can you inspire yourself?
No, I cannot. I am not that high level, and I think that's only lore bards.
Okay.
So first, yuka yuka yuka, paka, wakata paka. I think I pronounced that right. $16.
Not bad. The grooves are definitely part of it.
The grooves are definitely part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
We have to run our fingers in the grooves?
Are the grooves maybe hands?
So do you remember he made a tiny little ball of magical spell, powdered
Yep.
spell?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he brought it down, and he tells you that whole, when it broke up and it filled the grooves, he did not do that.
Oh, it did that.
Or something did that.
Is it still in the grooves?
No.
So maybe we need to do the spell thing again, but that should be the seventh hand. because that was something he did with his hands. So if we preset 5 of the hands, and then he does that, because it's got to go in the grooves.
Does the other stuff that Frederick disclosed to us, does that ring a bell for Count Fox at all in his little Grail notebook?
He wrote those down, and he says those are new to him. He doesn't know anything about a worm,
Okay.
but he assumes that that is why this is called Dragonwood, and this is called the Sleeping Dragon. What's the other one?
The skull's green eye watches unblinking.
I think that might have to do with what's behind the wizard's door and that eye that you tried to grab.
Yeah.
Is that green?
It was, yes. His eyeball was, the color of his eye was green. Yeah.
Is this thing ever referenced as a moonblade?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it's, flying and all that. So, I don't know. That's weird.
Do we need to... The moon was waxing gibbous when we started. Do we need to wait till there's a crescent moon so that the moon in the sky is like a scimitar?
Well, we could certainly camp here and wait that long if you'd like, but where are you getting this from?
Well, he said another moon blade flat. What was that one, Frederick?
Is yet another moonblade, this one flying awake and aware.
So I thought a moon blade might be a crescent moon in the sky.
That's 2 references to the moon. There's the moon blade and then by night seeker in the moon turret. Maybe we need to be doing this at nighttime.
I also heard that the sorceress of snows, that's sorceress, that implies a lady, is most to be feared. So I don't know if we want to be messing with her.
The Sorceress of the Snows is the Winter Court in Fae.
Okay.
That's
Unseelie.
That's one of her titles. She is the Sorceress of the Snows. She is the Winter Court in all of Faedom.
Does she wear a tiara?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Maybe we want to try this at nighttime.
Yeah.
It seems the moon has something to do with this.
Also, I forget, in Faerun, is there 2 moons?
Yes.
Okay. Might have something to do with that.
Maybe we need to wait till both are in the sky. Another moon blade.
Let's get some rest and try this at night.
Can't
Okay.
hurt.
Yeah.
Frederick,
Frederick especially needs rest.
after your ordeal, you are no longer exhausted after this rest.
Okay.
And you guys are going to wake up at night. Okay. Now, give me the list of whispers that you've all heard. The worm comes.
The worm comes. The skull's green eye watches unblinking.
Okay.
There is yet another moon blade, this one flying awake and aware.
Okay.
The sorceress of the snows is to be most feared. The 7th hand upon the door opens all. And by night, seek her in the moon turret. And those are all the whispers that we've had so far.
The 7th hand upon the door opens all.
Correct.
For the sorceress of snows is most to be feared.
Yep.
The worm comes.
Yep.
The skull's green eye.
Yep.
By night, seeker in the moon turret.
Yep.
There is yet another moonblade, this one flying awake and aware.
Correct.
Okay. And that's the information that you're going to fall asleep on.
Correct.
Okay. as you are falling asleep, you realize that the Count is having an extremely tough time putting his little book down. And he's talking to himself almost incessantly.
Uncle Nordhaus,
Yes, my child.
you need sleep.
I
You
cannot.
can't solve anything if your mind isn't fully rested.
Would you like to cast a spell?
No.
We're not supposed
I know.
to.
It would be very
Right.
dangerous.
I can choke
Could
him
I
out.
make him some sleepy herbs?
Yeah, that'd be great. Chamomile tea, sleepy time tea.
Make him sleepy time tea.
Okay. It's about
Well,
an hour. What's that?
Once he's fallen asleep, maybe one of us should grab the book and see if there's anything in there that he hasn't told us about. I mean, I'd read it, but I don't think that'd get us very far.
It doesn't seem like he's been hiding anything from us.
While Ember's giving him the sleepy time thing, I'm going to ask him if he would mind if I hold on to his book, so I'm sure he'll get some rest. Just overnight.
He would rather you sit next to him and he will turn to whatever page you want.
I don't want to read it. I want him to get some sleep.
But he's most anxious to show you everything that he's written in this book.
Let him
If
show
he-
you, he'll tire himself out.
Shows me for an hour, will he promise? Like, I will listen for an hour if he promises to go to sleep after.
If I can, I will. Hopefully the tea will do the job.
Okay.
Go for it.
He passes his Constitution saving throw and he's wide awake.
Ah! It's like babysitting.
Maybe sing him a lullaby.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll sing a song of rest. Wait, no,
Are you-
I won't.
Hey,
That's
that's a
madness.
spell. Hey, guys, it's not hard to do. I could choke him out.
No, Orion, go
Don't
sit.
do that to our friends or random bystanders.
Well,
What if
then,
they're Orion and they just got in a fight? We don't want them to wake up and go pick another fight.
Would you like to make another Arcana check?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Does the chant work again if I do it again?
Sure, why not?
Awesome.
Should we be concerned that she keeps speaking abyssal,
Abyssal?
chant?
Yeah.
Yuka 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 paka wa kata paka.
I don't see any possible downfall.
I should not have said that chant so fast. That's a 7.
Yeah, demon chants, they're totally fine.
It dawns on you that you may be missing an ingredient. It's one thing to have, and you're not even, he tried to explain it to you how he got powdered spell.
Right.
It's one thing to have powdered spell. It's quite another to actually set it off with something.
Oh,
Okay. So you can have the powder just sitting there, which is fine, but it's not going to activate a darn thing if there's nothing to activate it.
Fire.
It needs
That
a
was-
detonator.
Is that what you'd like to try?
well, okay. It's
Well, no,
powdered spell.
it needs
So
it
we
needs a
need something
magical
magical to be the conduit.
detonator. Does anybody have any magical items?
Magical fire.
I have
I
a
mean,
magic
technically.
book.
You have a magic book?
Yeah, I just got it.
Do you think that that could be a conduit?
Let's try.
Don't you have a magic sword?
I mean, it technically is, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, but a sword's really handy in a fight.
I think using the book that we found in the stone is probably the best call.
Okay, let's
Okay.
try it.
So what's your plan? First of all, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Slam the book on the swirl.
Let's do 7 ands and the book.
He has enough components to make 2 more of those little balls.
Ooh. Maybe you should plan out a little more.
I'm so stressed.
Well, if it's night now, do I see anything that resembles the moon or a turret, or is anything pointing towards the moon?
I guess either Arcana or Religion would probably put you in the neighborhood.
Don't think I have either. +3 for religion.
Now, it is after 9, so if you would like a week for your
Got a nat
characters...
20.
For what?
Religion.
Do you have any ranks in Religion?
Yes. It's only a +3 because my intelligence sucks, but
Okay. The green eye catches your something that you learned about long ago. So the green eye is actually a god here in Faerun. And his name is Service, and he is the god of magic, magicians, and wizards.
Ooh.
If it's lawful and it takes a long time to study, and you love schooling and books and reading and writing, then Service is probably your god.
And if you're Orion, he's probably not.
Who? Service? What? I don't know.
I don't think any of us are like that. Okay, I'll tell... Well, if he's still awake, I'll tell him that.
So it was, what was the green eye whisper again?
It's actually a god. The skull's green eye watches unblinking, and the eye is related to Service.
Savras. Savras, Service, Severus.
Okay.
Avaris.
He is
Back
known as the master of divination.
Ooh.
Back to the concept of needing what we call a magical detonator.
Some kind of catalyst, yeah.
What would happen, Regali, if we took your magical book and like
Burned it?
tore one sheet?
Then we'd have a ripped magical book.
Would it release any magic?
I don't think it would like cause a magical explosion. That doesn't usually happen if you damage a wizard's book. Usually they just cry.
What kind of book is it exactly?
It is about it's called I Golem, and it is about
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
Now I'm thinking back to the whispers I got. One of them was about, Sorceress of the Snow. And as you may be aware, I don't really tend to hide it that much, but I do follow the Raven Queen. And one of her whole, domains is winter. So I might reference her a little bit. I can try.
Well, sorry, keep going.
Well, I was going to try praying to her, seeing if she might be able to enlighten me in some way about this, if it isn't some reference to her. So I guess I can go try that.
Sure. Because we don't have any better ideas.
I'll go off a ways, take the necklace off and set it facing me so that the raven skull is looking at me and I'm looking at it. And I'm just going to try to focus in on that and kind of meditate on this place and all that.
This has got to mean something.
Ooh.
That's either really good or really, really bad.
We're all gonna die or we're gonna win D&D.
All right. A raven appears in the branches overhead, just outside of this dirt-packed area. And then another, and then another, and another. Frederick, you wake up from a dream.
Am I still here?
None of this is real. It's all a dream.
Get tunnel vision and a bright light. Oh, it's been 3 years. Where am I?
I keep thinking about transmutation magic.
Yeah.
There you go.
Secret message. Secret message
Secrets.
from the DM. Secret message.
All right, so I'm awake now.
Yes, but you had that dream.
Ooh, there's an earworm.
Guys, I have been told what to do.
What?
All we have to do, it's quite simple when you think of it. I
Fire.
put the necklace back on, kiss the skull, put it in there. I'm like, all right, this is what we got to do.
These condescending religious types.
Ah, here we go. She came to me in a dream and told me all we have to do is pull the wings off a pixie, dry them out for 3 days, then crush them up, and then that'll give us pixie dust. And that's magic, and that'll be the catalyst for us.
What?
So much for those condescending religious types, eh?
Is
Let's go
that
get some
maybe
pixies.
what he was using already?
No.
Okay.
No, he
Really?
says killing innocent creatures who haven't done anything to you. That's kind of an evil thing.
Well, I
'Cause
mean, they have...
Pixies
Done
aren't just going to
selfless.
give you their wings. You have to pull them off or cut them off. That's going to hurt like hell and kill them.
They already attacked us once.
Was it an attack?
Yeah.
They said-
I mean,
I was pummeled by goats.
I
It
would
did
call
feel
them-
like an attack.
This is an evil, what would be called an evil deed that we have to do.
And before that, they ripped out his rings.
That too.
Oh
They
my
started-
gosh. Have you never been pranked before?
Oh, how about I
You
pull
wanna
off a
go right
wing?
to murder?
We'll just take one then.
They tried to murder him with goats.
They did do that.
I don't know.
I gotta think about this one.
Oh, these moral
Take
dilemmas.
their wings.
Do
Well-
we need the wings or just the pixie dust?
Well, the pixie dust.
There
from
is
what I
no other
gathered-
way to get pixie dust. That's the only way to get it. Whether you buy it in a shop, somebody had to pull the wings off a pixie in order to get it.
It was not the same dust that they sprayed Orion in the face with.
No, that was more like ketamine.
that was a straight drug.